Everybody, welcome back to 3-Day Weekend. I'm your host, Chris, and I've got a machine up on the lift. Oh, provolone. That's our 2020 RZR Pro XP Sport. And today I'm going to be doing the bearings, greasing them. This has 150 hours on it. I just did the service, and I've been meaning to re-grease these bearings ever since 100 hours. I just haven't done it yet. The bearings are still good, except for the passenger rear. That guy right there. It's got a little bit of play starting, so I think I waited too long. Should have greased them already. I'm gonna get started on this. First step, obviously, remove all the tires, and then pull the castle nuts, pull the brake calipers, so you can pull the hubs off and insert the grease tool. If you haven't seen me do it already, there's an older video, one of our first videos actually, that shows greasing it for the very first time. Go check that out. I'll spare you the details and just hit a time lapse. Back to business. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, and it's pushing them out. Oh, probably 11 was okay. Pushing grease out now. That just about run dry. I seem to recall it was 17 or 18 pumps to fill them last time. Which opens up a whole world of debate. Don't pack them full, only give them a pump or two, so on and so forth. But you know what? It says like 1,500 miles, 1,400 miles on it. The bearings are good, except for the one in the back. And they are frequently submerged. And they see high speed, dry, dusty conditions. And so far, no issues, so I'm gonna continue to grease them. All right, I'm gonna put this back together, do the same on the other side. Let's see how this one does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I hear dirt and mud coming out. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, it's coming out. 19. Oh yeah. Okay, so this one might go bad on me. That is mud. So it got inside the bearing. Definitely want to do it more often than 150 hours. Ooh. Well, This one didn't have any play on it that I could tell so far, but it was empty and it did have some gunk inside. Alright, put this one back together, go to the next one. I'm really interested in the last one. See what that had going on. Back to the time lapse. This is stuck. I cannot free this axle out of this hub, no matter how hard I try. I beat on this as hard as I'd care to beat on it without disforming it. It's still a little bit, but man, I just can't get this thing out of there. So, the plan is remove that guy and this guy and the 4 bolts that hold the hub to the trailing arm, pull the axle out of the transmission rear diff, and take the whole unit over to the press and try to press it out. Just to make sure I'm doing it right, I got the other side, took the bolt out. That one moves free. This one is seized in there. And this is interesting too. This is the washer that came off this side, and it's dry. And this is the washer that came out of the other side, and it's greasy. So, I guess I just ran it too long and she dried up. Now it's frozen on there. It's been soaking in PB Blaster overnight and everything. Still not enough. So, on to plan B, I suppose. Let me get you up to speed. I had the time lapse going, but the battery died, so we missed a little bit. As you know, the axle is stuck in the hub, so took everything off of here and then pulled the axle out, and that took forever, beating on it and spraying it and beating and spraying, and finally used a slide hammer with that on it, which is on loan from my dad. He says he got it from Harbor Freight. I haven't seen this at Harbor Freight. Maybe it's I don't know. I'm gonna get me one of those. And then while we were at it, I pulled this one out because I just wanted to get that all cleaned up. It's part of maintenance. So I got that hub sitting there, ready for grease, and then we'll put this whole side back together. But I still gotta get this over here and throw it in the press. See if I can get that hub separated from the axle. We shall see. I got the hub out, yay. on day 2 of this project. So now I can do what I set out to do, stick the greaser in there and see how much grease it takes. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I hear water. 18, 19, 20. And there it is. Ugh. It's putting out some pretty nasty gunk. Ugh. Let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There it is coming out. And 18. Oh, it's gross. This was red grease that went in there. Nearly black. So it was past due, that's for sure. I'm definitely just gonna do these every 50 hours. It's not worth all the hassle. Oh yeah, that's pure mud. It's coming out right here. Water. So it's starting to get in. 50 hours. I'm gonna do the bearings from now on. And we're done, yay! All back together. Side note, I forgot to mention, this bearing, I think is okay. The castle nut was loose, the cotter pin was still in it, but it turned back just a little bit. So I might be okay, I don't feel any play in it anymore. We'll see on the next service, which will be at 200 hours for the bearings. I'll go 50 hours and see. If it's still really hard to take it apart, I'll bag it down to 25. But at 50, I'll pull them all out, grease them, pull the axles out, and put some new Never Sees in there so it doesn't bind up like it did, because that was awful. So that's gonna do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. If you feel like I've earned it, give me a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. And if you haven't done so already, consider subscribing to the channel. We really appreciate all of our viewers, and we'll see you next time right here on 3 Day Weekend.